All right, good. Welcome to tonight's game here at the Diamond at Leander. I'm Mark Sickles along with Chuck Cracy. We're going on a little bit early tonight. Leander is taking on the visiting Lockhart Lions, but this is senior night. So we will be showing all of the seniors as they walk out. That should be starting about 6:45, about 6 minutes from now. So we'll be bringing that to you before the first pitch. But tonight, Chuck, I know this is a very, very important game for Leander.
It is the next two games, obviously very important. They're going to need a little help. There could be a potential play-in game if the Lions can sweep the Lockhart Lions tonight and on Friday. Depending on what happens in that Lehman-Hayes matchup, the Lions could be playing either one or neither one.
Right.
If Hayes sweeps that, it's over.
Yep.
If they split, then the Lions will be playing Hayes in a play-in game as long as they sweep their games against Lockhart. And then, of course, if Lehman sweeps and Leander sweeps, there'll be a game between Lehman and Leander for that fourth and final postseason spot. So lots of excitement. The season can continue beyond this week, but Mark, this is your last broadcast.
This is my last broadcast. Yeah, it's been a fun time, and I'll get to that later in the game, but I've enjoyed it. But, I think right now, Leander just got to worry about tonight. They can't worry about what they can't control. They can't worry about the other teams. They can't worry about the other outcomes. They'll be checking that later on tonight after the game, but they got to win tonight.
Yeah, you don't win these next two games, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that's the prerequisite to have a chance to make the postseason at this point in the year. They sweep Lockhart, and then they hope that Lehman can at least split with the Hayes Hawks. And if that occurs, then the Lions will have an opportunity to grab that fourth playoff spot in a play-in game, unless there's some kind of tiebreaker that we're unaware of. The Lions split with both Hayes and Lehman, so it can't be head-to-head if it is a tiebreaker, because those teams have split now. And again, we're hoping that the Lehman Lobos will at least win one of the two games against the Hayes Hawks. But again, as you said, it does not matter if the Lions don't win tonight, and you worry about tonight before you worry about Friday.
Yep. So they're looking sharp tonight. They're wearing their white on white. And all the parents are here. All of the fans are here. And, we'll be getting started soon. But I know, Chuck, you're going to be reading out the names. I know everyone else is down there, and they should be starting relatively soon.
Yeah, I'll usually will get a signal when I'm recruited to do something like this. Coach Grissom will wave at me. But right now he's having a discussion with his photographer, and it looks like they're ready to go. We're just waiting on that signal from Coach, and we'll get the seniors announced here. I'm going to go ahead and leave my headset on as I announce through the PA as well. Hopefully there won't be any feedback. We tested it earlier, didn't seem to be, but that way we can ensure that the stream picks up the commentary for all of these seniors. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors, including a trainer and a statistician. So we'll looks like Coach Grissom has given me the signal to go ahead, and we'll get that started right now. Welcome to the Diamond at Leander High School for the matchup tonight between the Lockhart Lions and your Leander Line. It is senior night, a night to recognize those who've contributed over their high school career and will be graduating here in about a month. We're going to just start at the top. First senior, outfielder Charles Allender. Charles is escorted by his father, Tim, and his brother Jackson tonight. After graduation, Charles will be attending Texas State to pursue a degree in business. His favorite Leander High School baseball memory is hitting a home run versus Cedar Park last year. He'd like to thank his father for being at all of his games, driving him around everywhere, always taking care of him and showing him what is needed to be a success, not only on the baseball field, but in life as well. Let's hear it for Charles. Next up, pitcher and shortstop, Hayden Capers. Hayden is accompanied by his mother, Charla, his father, Justin, and his brothers, Dylan and Cam, tonight. After graduation, Hayden will be continuing his baseball journey at Galveston Junior College. His favorite Leander High School baseball memory was when the team hit 4 home runs in a game earlier this season. He'd like to let his parents know that he is very grateful for all the time and money they have put into him pursuing his dreams. He loves them very much and doesn't know where he'd be without them. Let's hear it for Hayden Capers. Next, we have third baseman and pitcher Charlie Arnold. Charlie is escorted by his mother, Janet, father, Brent, and sister, Kylie. After graduation, he will continue his pitching career at Lyon College. His favorite Leander High School baseball memory was hanging out with his teammates before and after games. His message to his family: thank you, Mom and Dad, for spending all the money and time on me. And thanks, Kylie, for being so competitive and pushing me. Let's hear it for Charlie Arnold. Next, we have catcher Damian Stout. Damian is accompanied by his father, Jason, and brother, Braden, tonight. After graduation, he will continue to play baseball at Grayson Community College, where he will be studying business. Damian's favorite Leander High School baseball memory was his sophomore year on varsity and all the guys on that team. He'd like to thank his mom and dad for pushing him on the days he wanted to quit and for keeping him going through the slumps. Most of all, he'd like to thank them for not giving up on him, even with the injuries. He doesn't know where he'd be without them. Let's hear it for Damian Stout. Next, we have catcher and designated hitter Matthew Heald. Matthew is escorted by his mother, Hope, and father, Clayton, this evening. After graduation, he will be entering the ROTC program at Sam Houston State University. His favorite LHS baseball memory was his walk-off against Glenn. He'd like to thank his parents for putting up with him and supporting him during his forays in this sport. Let's hear it for Matthew Heald. Next, we have pitcher Harrison Thayer. Harrison is accompanied by his mother, Danielle, and his father in Normal, PA, Cameron. After graduation, he will continue his baseball career pitching at the University of Texas, Rio Grande. His favorite memory from Leander High School baseball was his first start his sophomore year against Marble Falls, where he threw a complete game shutout with 14 strikeouts. Harrison's message to his folks: thank you for everything y'all have done for me, driving me to all of my practices, countless drives to Houston, Dallas, and the long drives to Atlanta. I wouldn't be where I am today without your continuous support. Thank you for everything, and I can't wait to make you proud next year. Let's hear it for Harrison Thayer. Next up, statistician Genesis Holmes. Genesis is accompanied by her father, Aubrey, tonight. After graduation, Genesis will be attending Louisiana State, where she'll be studying sports administration on the pre-law track. Sounds like a future agent. Her favorite thing about doing stats is being able to spend time with friends while watching baseball. Her favorite thing about baseball is seeing the boys encourage each other in the dugout. And last but certainly not least, trainer Elizabeth Flores. Elizabeth is escorted by her grandparents, Laura and Edward. After graduation, she is going to apprentice to be a tattoo artist. She likes being a trainer because she enjoys sports and has fun with her friends on the sports med team. Elizabeth likes going to baseball games because she gets to go to Chili's with the team and spend time with the world's favorite coach, and that, of course, Matt Grissom. Let's hear it for Elizabeth Flores. And let's get one more round of applause. Get on your feet and celebrate these seniors, Lion Nation. Let's hear it for them.
All right. Well, we're going to celebrate them all tonight. Great job by these seniors.
We'll keep that right up so we can refer to it.
Yep. So they'll have a couple more photos here before the game. Then, of course, pitchers will get out on the mound and warm up. So thanks for tuning in to Leander Lions Baseball and SHN Sports.
You know, the other crazy thing besides who's going to get that fourth playoff spot in 25-5A is who's going to finish in first place in this district.
Yeah.
We've been in a three-way tie for first for, at least 2 weeks and probably beyond that. Every time I see an update, there's three teams with the exact same district record. And currently it's those three teams, Liberty Hill, Rouse, and Cedar Park, all at 10-2, Buda at 6-6. The Lions and Lehman are both 5-7. So those three teams there fighting for that fourth place spot. That's one thing, but you've got those three teams at the top of district trying to decide who they're going to play. And I learned last week that those three teams at the top of district are in the top 10 here, state rankings wise. And so the Lions have competed against those teams. They have the pitching on a given night. They can beat any of those teams, and which means that they will be a tough out no matter who they face, depending on how well they pitch and whether or not they can find the baseball and put it into play on a given night.
Generally, I mean, those three teams at the top, they're battling. They want to finish first, because they want to play one of the teams in the other district that's, third or fourth. You don't want to typically go up against the number one team in the district. At number 4.
Not in the first round.
Usually not. But so those teams at the top, that is a big difference between 1 and 3.
There really is, and especially depending on what district we match up with, and I'm not really sure which one that is, but I believe it's
26.
I think it's the one northern San Antonio, and they've got some good baseball teams in that district as well.
I think they may. I could be wrong. They may have the number one team in 5A,
like Bernie Champion or one of the Bernie schools, and so. But they also have the schools that are in that Northwest Independent School District there in northern San Antonio, and they're just going to be. It's going to be a tough out no matter who they face. But obviously, if you could play that third place team instead of the number one team in the state, you'd rather do that. And of course, it is senior night, as you saw the pregame ceremony, and right now the home plate umpire and the second base umpire are at home plate. Coach Grissom is making his way to have a discussion with them. Looks like the wind's blowing the camera a little bit.
Yeah, and kind of.
We might need to tighten it up out there. Once we get it set, it's oh, you're messing with
I'm
it.
moving with it. Yeah, I moved it back
I
from
didn't see
the.
I didn't see Cam come in. I thought that was you to my right, Mark.
Yeah, no, I moved it back from the introductions. So get that back
Congratulations.
where we want it to be.
So we'll get you all the angles that we can. We got the 4 cameras set up. We unfortunately Jeremy Trimble, who's helped us out here and there throughout the season, is out of town on business, and that's one of the things that is an issue sometimes with the broadcast is we have day jobs.
Yep.
And so sometimes you have trouble getting out here. In fact, the game on Friday at Lockhart, I had to take the day off because I just couldn't risk an afternoon meeting. We've seen, the Layman game, fortunately you work south, and so you were able to get there and get set up. I didn't get there until, the second batter of the opening inning.
Yeah, it's just a tough drive down there. Lockhart a little bit different. I mean, you could take 130 and shoot all the way down, instead of trying to fight, that traffic on 35.
Definitely not doing the 35 route. I will pay the toll this time, just for my own stress levels.
Yep.
Because there's nothing more frustrating. I was raised to believe that if you're not on time or 10 minutes early, you're late, right? So it's frustrating when you've got to be somewhere and you can't get there because there's nothing but traffic and people driving poorly, which happens quite a bit in this town. Grissom and the Lockhart coaches discussing, I guess, some field.
Yeah, they always talk about the
Stuff.
field issues. If there's any dips or holes in the fence or anything like that, they'll talk about it. Make sure the other coach and the
And we did
umpires
have
know.
rain earlier in the week, and so given that it's a natural surface and it drains pretty well, but sometimes water can collect on the surface here. And if you're a visiting team, you'd want to know where that is. And now, of course, Lockhart had an opportunity to warm up here pregame, so they did get a little bit of a look at the field to see, what to expect. But the wind blowing in pretty good tonight, but it's not that dissimilar from what we saw on Friday night. And Cedar Park had a home run over the right field fence, and they had a couple of ground rule doubles as well. So you hit the ball hard enough, that wind doesn't make much of a difference if you've got the power. And the Lions certainly have some hitters with that type power.
Yeah, I looked at the weather app, and it's gusting between 13 and 22, and is basically coming in straight from the poles out there in left center field towards us. And 75 degrees, so it's a nice night here at in Leander. Come celebrate these seniors if you're on your way. I know they obviously appreciate all the parents and the fans, and we're about getting ready to start here.
They were going to have the pregame announcements here from the normal PA. Cameron, there. We'll turn it to him.
Leander Lions. The starting lineup for Lockhart. Adding first, playing center field, number 3, Jacob Winnicent. Adding second, playing shortstop, number 2, Santiago Guerra. Adding third, playing third base, number 16, Ethan Mendez. Adding fourth, designated hitter, number 19, Caden Mavis. And playing second base, number 15, Kathy Flores. Adding fifth, number 1, pitcher, Gage Deutsch. Adding sixth, playing right field, number 14, Noah Sanchez. Adding seventh, catcher, number 4, Xavier Scheitel. Adding eighth, playing left field, number 7, Waylon Phillips. And batting ninth, playing first base, number 13, Weston Phillips.
was gonna say, what to go on the morning? I've got like I have your I have this sort of stuff. I'm a little bummed. We'll see though. Maybe I won't make it to Saturday. Yeah, well, yeah, I never know.
And now the starting lineup for your Leander Lion. Leading off, catcher, senior number 8, Damian Stout. Batting second, shortstop number 10, Kobe Loons. Batting third, and on the mound, senior number 3, Hayden Capers. Batting fourth, center fielder number 11, Logan Mitchell. Batting fifth, playing left field, number 7, Hudson Schwab. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 9, Miles Hadell. Batting seventh, senior designated hitter, number 13, Matthew Peel. And playing second base, number 15, Jackson Trimble. Batting eighth, playing first base, senior number 17, Harrison Payer. And batting ninth, playing third base, senior number 6, Charlie Arnold. At this time, we ask that everyone please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
All right. Right on game time, 7 o'clock. They got the festivities done, about 15 minutes, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, it usually spills over beyond game start time. It will be a minute or two beyond 7 when we get this underway, but not much. And this is pretty good efficiency. You know, that's a big difference between the Cedar Park senior night that we were at last week on Tuesday, which they had 17 seniors, and that could be a reason why they're a top district play. You know, you have a lot of experience on that squad. In fact, there were a number of Cedar Park players that are seniors that didn't play a whole lot during this season, and that's due to the numbers. The Lions, of course, I think they had 5 total players that were seniors, maybe 4. But that means that this team, which, you know, still in the hunt for the postseason, should have some talent coming back. They're going to need to find a good starting ace pitcher, as Harrison Thayer is going to move on, as well as Hayden Capers, who is a potential ace starter here. And so, you know, they're going to have to find that next guy that can rack up the strikeouts and get wins for them.
Yeah, they've had solid pitching all year long with the 3 of them, especially with Capers and Thayer, and then also with Mitchell. So
I think Mitchell will be back next year, so he may be that guy.
Yeah. And then, good job coming on with Schwab and also with
Schwab could be that guy as well.
a couple others. Lynham came in a couple times, and trying to think of looking through the roster
I think
here.
Arnold pitched some
Yep,
too.
he sure did.
Leading off for Lockhart, number 3.
But he graduates,
Jacob
so
Witherspoon.
he can't be that guy.
So here we go, getting started on our Tuesday night here at Leander High School. Number 3, Jacob Wizenant, center fielder, steps in. Hayden Capers on the mound, getting ready for the first pitch. And that's a nice strike on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, I like the way that started. That first pitch sometimes can dictate how you pitch the entire game. That's a good strike pitch there to start it out.
And that one's fouled off to the right side, so Capers up early, 0-2 on Wizenant. Nice high fastball, strike 3 right by him.
3 pitches and a strikeout. You got to like the way that this game has started for seniors. Hayden Capers on the mound.
Yeah, I like how he just went right after him. He wasn't trying to be cute on some of those pitches, just threw fastballs, and they weren't able to put anything in play. Got a foul ball and 1 strikeout. So batting now is a shortstop, number 2, Santiago Guerra.
You just want them to be about business here tonight. Got to get that win.
And it's another fastball, fouled off. I just keep throwing them right now.
Sound like something hit a mask down there. I don't know if that was the bat or the baseball, but everybody looks okay.
Ooh, that one got him on the forearm shoulder area. So Guerra is on base, hit by pitch. And now stepping in is the third baseman, number 16, Ethan Mendez.
Yeah, you don't want to do Lockhart any favors. They would love nothing more than to end Leander's season tonight. And they can do it with a win. And they have 1 district win, but they do have 9 overall wins on the season. So they have the capability to win a ball game, and they just need to win the one.
That's a little bit high.
To put a damper on postseason hopes for this Leander Lions.
Yeah, they did that last year, traveling down there, and put a little damper on the Lions season as well. There's a toss over to first, back in time.
Being the other team in the district that uses the mascot of Lions, you want to beat the opponent that that's our name, not your name, kind of thing. So
that one's popped up. Drifting towards the net. Thayer's over. Bounces off the net. Makes a catch, but foul ball.
Good effort there by Thayer. Stayed with it, but that net and the wind, the wind just carried it over there.
Yeah, did a good job of running to the net and getting set, waiting for it to come down instead of trying to just keep drift over. So good job getting under it, but just about a foot and a half foul. Count now 1-1 to Mendez.
That's
a little bit high.
That's some heat, though. You could hear that glove pop.
Yeah, Capers is bringing it tonight. A little bit high. Count 2-1.
They try to get a mile per hour machine to measure some of those.
And there's a fly ball to short center field. And easy catch for Logan Mitchell. So now 2 outs with the runner on first.
How about number 19, Caden Mavis?
So the designated hitter, Caden Mavis, number 19, steps in. And his fastball, swing and a miss.
He is bringing some velocity on those fastballs right now. If he can stay at that velocity through the night, it's going to be tough for Lockhart to put a bat on the ball.
Another high fastball Strike two.
Could not catch that one. Damian Stout's going to have a sore palm if he keeps up those pitches.
So 0-2 pitch. And that one's fouled off.
Able to stay alive. That was strike three if he misses it or decides not to swing. Right on that outside corner. He's able to get a piece of it, though, and stay alive.
Swing and a miss. Strike three.
2 of 3 of the strikeouts. You got to like that as Capers starts out pretty hot and under control for the Lions on the mound.
Give that Bush's chicken sliders and all other snacks and drinks. All proceeds support Leander High School baseball boosters.
So pitching for Lockhart is Gage Deutsch, and behind the plate, Xavier Schulke.
Lockhart wearing some old school looking uniforms. They've got black pants with a white stripe, black leggings with white stripes across the calf. They've got the black and maroon jerseys and the black hats, maroon bill, but trimmed in white. I mean, they almost look like the like an old White Sox type setup there. Lions, of course, wearing their crystal white on whites, looking really sharp tonight for senior night. And why not?
Yep. So for Leander, it'll be Stout, Holmes, and Capers. 1, 2, 3. See if they can get a hot start going for the offense.
Yeah, to me, that's your best option. You don't want to be playing from behind. They did a good job defensively in the first half of the first, but you got to come out here, put the ball in play, get on the bags, and play a few runs here and put the pressure on Lockhart. You want them to start thinking, oh, here we go again. You know, it's another loss for us. If you can get in their head, then it could be an easy night for you. But if you let them hang around, then they certainly will make you pay.
Yep. So nice, pleasant evening here tonight. A little bit cloudy. The sun's kind of peeking out right now, but it won't be out for long.
I really do like the white on whites with the white helmets. They just look really crisp. Pitcher bringing a little bit of velocity there. Who's that on the mound?
And Deutsch. And there it goes into center field.
Well,
it's about right.
Maybe a steal might be in the future for Leanders. I got to remember not to just say for the Lions.
I know.
Because that is applicable to both teams here tonight.
Yeah, I had to learn that during
basketball.
Yep.
It's tough because you get used to saying Lions and Leander as the same, but in this case, Lions has a couple of meanings.
So Stout getting ready, now steps in the box. And Gage Deutsch ready for his first pitch of the night. And that one's fouled off.
Good contact. Just a little behind that fastball.
Yeah, a couple years ago, they'd make him put his chain inside his shirt if they saw it. Otherwise, they'd make him take it off. And that's a little bit high for a ball.
They seem to have been a little more lax on those rules this year. We'll see, though. It depends on the umpire a lot of times.
Count now 1-1 to Stout. 2-1.
Now Stout will take a walk. He's not above that.
That one's fouled off. Pretty good pitch by Deutsch.
Yeah, inside on the hands, always a tough one to put into play. Stout able to get around on it, but not a solid hit, so stayed foul there.
Breaking pitch, pretty close. Wow.
That was pretty good pitch. Stout did a good job of laying off of that one. It must have been a little bit high because it did look like it grabbed that inside corner.
And that one's fouled off. Good job by Stout hanging in there.
Yeah, that looked like it could have been a strike as well. Looks like he's trying to work Damien on the inside a little bit, trying to force him to play the opposite field. Damien would like to pull one over that left field porch if he can.
There's a shot to right field. Stout's on with the single, making the turn. He's taking a run towards second base, and he's in with a double. Yeah, that one kind of broke outside, cutter or slider that he threw, and Stout did a good job of hitting it where it was pitched, out towards right center field.
Well, and you know, I said that he was trying to bust him inside to force him to hit it to the opposite field. He got one outside, but Stout played it where it was easily played and put it in the outfield where no one was. And now the Lions have a runner in scoring position because of his aggressive running on the base path. And it would be nice to get a lead here early before you even get one out.
So now Kobe Holmes steps in, shortstop number 10. Squares the bunt, pops it foul.
Yeah, he got that under that a little bit, and the bunt up in the air. That's probably the last thing you want to do is put a bunt up in the air. We've seen them result in hits, but it's rare. That usually can be caught or easily fielded. That one foul, of course.
Squares the bunt again, puts it down. Pitcher gets it, throw to first base to get the out, but Stout moves over to third base. Nice sacrifice bunt.
He did his job, came up to the plate and moved Damian Stout over to third base for Hayden Capers to come in and try to drive him home and give the Lions an early lead here.
So one out, Stout on third, and Capers, number 3, getting ready for the pitch. That one's up high. Infield cheating in a little bit. It's sharply hit. They may take a shot looking him back up the middle.
Yeah, Stout's aggressive. He may go.
That one's fouled off.
Boy, he hit that one hard. He just a little behind it. He can level that out, straighten it out, maybe be about a half second early. That one's to the fence at least.
Breaking pitch comes over the plate.
That was a good pitch. It fooled Capers a little bit. He was trying to back out of the way to not be hit by it. It just broke across the inside part of the plate.
Count now 1-2. And fouled that one off. Same pitch, brought it a little bit further outside, tailing away.
And it was a little bit high, but you can't risk it with 2 strikes here. An opportunity to play to run just 90 feet away. So he was able to get a piece of it, stay alive.
Fastball fouled off. Again, good job by Capers, staying alive.
That one's still traveling, I think. It just needs to get a little bit sooner, get that bat around a little bit sooner, and those are going a long way.
And it's a ground ball, just foul. Almost got Stout as he had to jump a little bit towards the baseline. Of course, got to stay in foul territory. If it would have hit him, would have been fine. But that was a little too close to the line. I think he was hoping it would get over that bag, but it didn't.
Capers looking for a homer on senior night.
And there's a pop-up over the infield. Second baseman can't get it, so he'll have an RBI. Nice job of hitting there by Capers, getting the single. So Lions take an early lead.
Number 11, Logan Mitchell.
I forgot to record the out in case you're wondering why an out just jumped on the scoreboard. That was from the bunt earlier by Kobe Holmes to move Damian Stout into scoring position.
So Logan Mitchell, the cleanup batter coming in, center fielder, number 11.
Got some power.
Toss over to first base, but gets back in plenty of time.
Just going to let him know he knows he's there. Caper's pretty fast for a big fella.
That's hit towards right field, drifting back. Right fielder gets under it. Little fake tag by Montgomery. But a decent play out there by the right fielder.
Now batting number
They had to
7.
make an adjustment at the last second. The wind caused it to tail a little bit towards that first base foul line, but not a significant distance, and he was able to easily make that catch for the second out here in the line half of the first.
So now Hudson Schwab and another toss over to first, and the ball gets away towards the dugout. So Montgomery's going to get down to second base, kind of takes a turn and a look.
Very alert base running there. A good pickoff attempt, but in the dirt a little bit, and the first baseman unable to get the glove on it. It got by him.
Yeah, they have 2 number 4s, Noah Sanchez or the DH Jesse Flores. So not sure who the right fielder is out there. And there's foul ball.
Yeah, sometimes you work with the equipment and uniforms you got, right?
Well, I think they just messed it up on the scorecard.
Oh, there you
We'll
go.
see when they come running in if I can get the number for the right
He
fielder.
might be 14, you mean, or 24 or something.
Pitch stays up and in. Count now 1-1 to Schwab. Nice breaking pitch, drops through the strike zone, swing and a miss. So count now 1-2.
Yeah, Schwab maybe expecting a fastball on that pitch. He was a little bit out in front of that breaking pitch.
And there he goes. Goes down swinging. Pretty good pitch there by Deutsch. Gets the strikeout. But Lions are able to get a run. Good job. They got 2 hits and 1 run, and we head to the top of the second inning.
Yeah, you want to get out ahead, so you know, I mean, 1 run's not enough really for you to feel comfortable. Obviously, you know, if you'd gotten 4 or 5 runs, then you'd feel pretty good about it. But you can't let your foot off the gas, even if you do build a lead. But you want to put the pressure on Lockhart as much as you can. You want to get in their head if you can and make them just assume, oh, here we go, we're going to lose again. But you know, the last thing you want to do is give them any type of momentum.
So Capers back out. Looked great the first inning.
And he's his pitch count has increased over the year as he's pitched, and I expect at this point he's probably got the full okay to pitch as long as he needs to that defined pitch limit here in Texas UIL baseball. I'm not sure how many pitches that is. I know it's around 80 something.
It's 110.
110.
Yep.
That's around 80, around 30 more. Give or take a dozen or two. You know, there's some rules in Texas UIL baseball that I still haven't figured out. The courtesy run rule, you know, when it comes to pitchers and catchers, I get it, but sometimes you see that just for a position player, and I just don't know how that works. Still don't.
So here we go. We got the number 5, 6, and 7 batters up for Lockhart. Pitcher number 1, Gage Deutsch, stepping in.
He'll try to help his cause out at the plate. his cause on the mound here at the plate.
First pitch fouled off. That's a good
Wow,
fastball on the outside part of the plate. 0-2.
Capers feeling it here early.
There's another one right there on the outside part of the plate. Strike 3.
Caught him looking at that one. You know, usually when you're down 0-2, that next pitch is going to be outside, and he thought that was going to be outside, and Capers painted that corner.
Yep. So Noah Sanchez, number 14, the second baseman, steps in the box. Mountain drifts a little outside for a ball.
Yeah, I think that's where Deutsch thought that last pitch of the last at bat was going to end up.
And a little dribbler off the fist. Capers comes up. The toss over to Thayer. 2 outs. Nice and easy. So 2 quick outs. And now stepping in is number 4,
Xavier Scheichel.
the catcher, Xavier Scheichel. Or Schulke. Schulke.
Good luck.
Mhm.
I'll deal with it in a couple of innings.
Nice fastball, strike 1.
Boy, that glove is just popping on them fastballs coming off of Capers' hand.
Fouled off. A quick 0-2.
Making quick work this inning.
That one's fouled off right behind us.
Yeah, I'm under the tree. I'm not worried about it tonight.
Yep.
It'll have to bounce off a few branches before it hits my truck, and then hopefully all the momentum will be out of it by the time it gets down there.
So another 0-2 pitch from Capers. A little bit low.
A rare ball for Hayden Capers so far tonight.
There's a shot towards shortstop. Looked like he caught it straight up, but he'll throw it over to first just to make sure, and he's out. So 3 up, 3 down. Nice play by Kobe Holmes. I guess we'll just make that a 6-3 because I couldn't tell. It was pretty close to hitting the ground, but you just never want to take that chance.
Yeah, you got to make that throw anyway, just because you don't know what the umpire sees and is going to call, and you just want to be sure. I mean, too much on the line for the Leander Lions tonight to allow one of the umpires to affect the game. We've seen some calls over this season that had they gone the Leander's way, we might not be that worried about solidifying the fourth playoff spot or getting that fourth playoff spot. But it's part of the game. Umpires part of the game. We saw on Friday night here against Cedar Park one of the home plate umpires get heckled a little bit by fans. They're comparing him to Angel Hernandez, the Major League Baseball pitcher, who's got a lot of grief in the early part of this Major League Baseball season. He did not appreciate that at all, and so you just got to make the plays yourself, so you don't have to worry about that umpire affecting the outcome of a given play.
So Deutsch back out on the mound.
Yeah, he pitched pretty well despite giving up a couple of hits and a run. The Lions just played effective offense, able to get Stout on and push him over, and he gets over to third, and base hit, and he scores. Looks like Lockhart going to have a quick meeting on the mound. Encourage Deutsch.
Leading off the bottom of the second for the Lions, number 9, Miles Haydell.
So the right fielder, number 9, Miles Haydell, steps in. A little bit low for a ball.
Pretty good pitch. Haydell, the good eye to stay off of that one because it did look like it was going to cross the plate in the strike zone, but it dropped. Not fooled.
Another one just a little low as well.
Haydell's telling him, you're going to have to bring that up so I can put it in play.
High and outside, ball 3.
Got the infield moving in a little bit with that turning of the bat as if he's going to bunt, and then he pulls back.
And 4 straight balls. Haydell gets on with the walk.
We'll take it.
How batting number 13, Matthew Heel.
So Matthew Heel getting ready to hit for Leander. Designated hitter tonight. Left-handed batter. Squares the bunt, a little bit low, pulls it back.
Good eye. It's not always easy to pull that squaring of the bat around back in time to not get the strike call, but that one a little low of the strike zone, and may be the reason.
That one's fouled off.
Got a piece of it, not enough. He was a little underneath it. You want to stay on top of those to bunt it into play. He had it in the right direction on that third base side, which would give him an opportunity to leg it down the first baseline and potentially be safe.
Runner going. Ball gets past him, hits the umpire on the shin. So the runner will go to second base. Umpire is going to take a knee.
Yeah, that didn't look like it felt very good. And we will probably have a brief timeout here. That's one you got to walk off if it's not severely hurt. And, it's amazing the amount of equipment these guys wear, but for some reason the ball always finds that area where there's no padding at all.
Yeah, that was kind of a low inside pitch, and as he squared around to bunt, ball got past the catcher's glove and hit him, looks like right on the outside of the right knee.
Yeah, those shin protectors that catchers and home plate umpires wear do a good job of covering the shin, but the sides of the knee and the side of your calf, not so much. And we're seeing the senior trainer come out as well. Good for her. Getting a little action. And it's not a line player. Looks like he's going to be all right.
So
Lockhart,
1 ball, 2 strikes to Heel.
Lockhart's catcher's got a killer mullet. I'm going to comment on that while he took his helmet off.
So now they're going to have a conference out there. I think double check the balls and strikes.
Yeah, it should be 2-1, or I thought it was 2-1, but I guess it could be 1.
So now he's saying 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's what I had it as, 2-1. Don't want to question Cam's work up here. He does a good job.
So Haydell on second, squares the bunt again, puts it down on third base side. Nice bunt. Catcher comes up, throw to first. Oh, and they do get him. Nice play by the catcher, popping out, and that's Xavier Schulke. Nice play there, spin move and a good throw to get him out.
And, that's hard to throw accurately when you're spinning like that. And he did a great job, right on target, able to beat heel down the line.
So Thayer steps in. Haydell moved over to third base on the sac bunt. So with one out, infield cheating it a bit up the middle. First pitch up high for a ball. Kind of what happened that first inning when Capers was up a little flare over that second baseman. And that's fouled off the first base side.
Not too foul, though. I mean, one that is just a little bit earlier. It's in play, and that would certainly score the runner from third.
Squares the bunt, puts it down. Run is going to score. Nice job by Thayer. Getting him across home plate. 2 sac bunts in a row.
Now batting number 6, Charlie.
And the hit run on with a bunt, a little bit of a suicide squeeze, not quite, but had the shades of one as he was moving down the line quickly. Nice bunt.
So Charlie Arnold steps in, third baseman tonight. That one tails a little high and away. Another one outside.
Now the Lions have 2 runs. Of course, you want to try to get a rally going here with 2 outs. The Lions pretty good at 2-out rallies.
Tried to frame that one, but another ball.
But you want to put the pressure on Lockhart to force them to press. Because what happens when you press, you make mistakes.
That's over for a strike. Arnold didn't think so.
Yeah, that's one of the ones you kind of want to wait for the call, because sometimes you start heading down the line, you're not going to get the call. Looked like a pretty good pitch to me.
Strike 2.
Got the frame on that one. It did look up and outside on that delivery, but good job by the catcher to frame that. And they got the call.
So now full count. It's Charlie Arnold. And ground ball to the shortstop. Comes up clean. Throw to first. And he got him. So Arnold grounds out, but Lions are able to get another run. So they're up 2-0 as we head to the top of the third inning. We'll take a little break here. You're listening to Leander Lions Baseball on SHN Sports. I got run the rest of the way. Cool.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start the third inning here in the contest between the Leander Lions and the visiting Lockhart Lions. Leander version is on top 2-0. They have 2 hits through 2 innings and 2 runs. Lockhart with 0 hits on, or no runs on 0 hits. Coming to the plate to start the third inning for Lockhart will be the left fielder Waylon Phillips. And he'll be followed by the, I'm not sure, there's a 3 here by his name, but he's not playing third base. So then Weston Phillips will follow Looks like they may be related, Weston and Waylon. That's usually brothers if they have the same last name. So we'll start off with Waylon,
Waylon Phillips.
and then they'll be back to the top of their order after Weston Phillips with Jacob Wiesenant. Capers still on the mound for Leander. Here's the first pitch. A square to bunt, and then a pullback for strike one. Capers dusting off his uniform. Waiting for Phillips to get back in the box and ready to go. Looks like he is. The 0-1 from Capers. A little bit high. Will even the count at a ball and a strike. Capers winds and delivers the 1-1. It's a nice call on the outside corner there. Good pitch from Capers. He's up now, a ball and 2 strikes in the count to Phillips. That is Waylon Phillips. Here's the 1-2. Gets him looking for the first out in the Lockhart half of the third inning. That'll bring Weston Phillips to the plate.
Now batting number 13, Weston Phillips.
What do you have him playing at? First pitch called strike to Weston Phillips. So with 1 out, the count 0-1. Nobody on. Capers winds and delivers a swing and a miss, and he's up quickly. No balls and 2 strikes here in the top of the third in the second at bat against Weston Phillips. Capers just dealing so far today. That pitch a little high and outside, hoping Phillips would chase it. But it was too far outside. I might have even laid off of that one. And I swing at everything. Here's a 1-2. Chop to third. Handled by the line third baseman. Throw in time. And so Arnold to Thayer for the 5-3 and the second out in the Lockhart half of the first. And they'll get back to the top of the order here for Jacob Wiesenant. I'm not sure how to say that. So Capers on the mound here facing the third batter here in the Lockhart third. That pitch a little low and outside for ball 1 to the Lockhart center fielder. Here's the 1-0 from Capers. Slap to third, handled by Arnold. Throw in time. Nice stretch there by Thayer. And 2 consecutive 5-3s to finish the third inning, the top of the third for the Lockhart Lions. And we'll get to the top of the order here in the bottom half of the third for Leander, where Damian Stout will come to the plate. He had a double and scored a run in the first inning. He'll be followed by Kobe Holmes, who had a sacrifice bunt in his first plate appearance to get Stout into scoring position. And then Capers had a single, and he'll be the third batter here in the bottom half of the third inning.
Yeah, that was a great job by Thayer. Just keeping that foot on the bag. I mean, it was a nice stretch, and the umpire was double checking, make sure that he had it on there and able to get that third out. But yeah, just walking outside for a bit. Capers is really throwing hard. You know, a different angle down there on the field, and he's doing a really good job and just bringing it right at the Lockhart team. He's not trying to mess around or be cute. He's just saying, "You're not hitting it. I'm bringing it."
And he's working quickly. He's not wasting any time. He's not wasting any energy on the mound. And the Lions have minimized the base runners. The Leander Lions have minimized the base runners. The Lockhart Lions have only had 1 base runner here tonight, and he was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, hit by a pitch.
And so it makes it a little easier on the mound. Somebody who has no mound experience will tell you, like myself, that when you got no base runners on the path, you can just focus on the hitter. Sometimes guys pitch a little better with that distraction, though. So, but we've seen Capers make quick work so far of the Lockhart bats here early. So Stout looking to continue. Pretty good start for Leander at the plate.
Yeah, I mean, Lockhart is 1-11 in district play, so you want to take it to them.
Yeah, you want to make them press.
You want to take it to them. I mean, you don't want to be trying to play cute, pitch around, try different things. If throw fastballs, if they hit that, okay, then adjust. If they don't, keep throwing.
Yeah, and rely on your defense. The Leander Lions have a pretty good defensive baseball club, so there's no reason to not put those guys to work out in the field. And we've seen Capers utilize them here so far tonight. Here's the first pitch from Deutsch, and it's high for ball one to Stout. Wind still gusting a little. Here's the 1-0 from Deutsch, and it's low. A little bit on the outside, a 2-0 count. Now Stout will take a walk. We mentioned it earlier, but he ended up hitting a double. He had 3 balls and I think no strikes. Ended up being a full count before he hit the double. That one low, and he's up again. 3 balls to no strikes here against Deutsch, and we'll see if he gets the go-ahead to swing away here on a 3-0 count. More than likely, he's been told to hold off. Here's the windup in the pitch, and he does lay off, pitch right down the middle, now a 3-1 count. I'm sure Stout has the go-ahead to swing away here as he steps back in. The 3-1 from Deutsch. Slapped foul, the count full now to Damian Stout. He got a little bit behind that one. He was able to hit it, knock it into the net on the first base side, but count full. Payoff pitch from Deutsch. And it's a walk. Stout knew right away, and he starts moving down the line. So 2 plate appearances and two opportunities on the base path for Damian Stout. Now, Kobe Holmes is like another sack bunt. He comes to the plate here. That's one of the things about being the 2-hitter in this lineup. Leander likes to play a little bit of small ball. If they get an opportunity with a runner on the base with no outs, more than likely they're going to square to bunt. We'll see what happens here. Deutsch, and there's the squaring. Pitch outside and Stout in easily at second as he was going as soon as Deutsch released that pitch. And it's a 1 ball, no strike count to Kobe Holmes.
Yeah, so now Holmes can take a shot here, getting an RBI.
He may end up still laying a bunt down to move Stout over to third. We'll see here. It's a 1-0 pitch from Deutsch, and he does square, and it is foul. He did get a piece of it on that bunt attempt, but he was a little underneath it, and it got up in the air and tailed into foul territory. That is an epic mullet by Xavier Schulke. I will commend him for a fine haircut. 1 ball, 1 strike count here with nobody out for Kobe Holmes. He's got Stout at second. Gage Deutsch looking that way. He delivers home. The bunt is down, and it's right in front of the catcher. Throw in time. So Holmes with a sack bunt for the first out.
Yeah, nice job of putting that bunt down, once again doing his job, moving the runner over. So now, once again, same situation we had earlier in the game with Stout on third and Capers at the plate.
And Capers only with the 1 out here, an opportunity to drive in a second run on the evening. First pitch from Deutsch outside for ball 1 to Capers. And what more could you ask for than RBI opportunities on senior night your senior year? That's a lifetime of memories. Here's the 1-0. Capers able to lay off, but it looked like it was low to me, but he's going to get Deutsch will get the call on that outside corner to even the count at a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. It's going to get by him, and here comes Stout on the pass ball, and the Lions have another run to run their lead to 3-0. Bases now empty, and a 2-1 count to Hayden Capers with just one out here in the Leander half of the third inning. I keep wanting to say Lion half, but that's any half of an inning tonight. Here's the 2-1 from Gage Deutsch. It's low, and Capers up 3 balls and 1 strike. He'll take a walk as well to bring up Logan Mitchell, who's on deck for Leander. Here's the 3-1 from Deutsch. Slapped to right field by Capers. It's flying. It's tailing right. It's going to drop easily for a double. Capers may round second. No, he's going to stand up there for a double. And that'll bring Logan Mitchell to the plate with 1 out and a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, nice job there of driving that one deep into right field. Wind kind of blew it away from the right fielder, but it was going to be a base hit either way.
Yeah, and he was probably about 10 yards shy of that fence over there in right field, which is not really his power area. So, he got a hold of it pretty good. He just lifted it a little bit, but it did tail away from the right fielder for Lockhart, who had a difficult time getting over there to make the play. That one slapped foul on the first pitch by Mitchell for a strike. I'm not sure who the right fielder is.
Yeah, they gave us a lineup with no right fielder in the position box. So
interesting. Somebody's out there. That pitch drops out of the strike zone. Pretty good break on it. Started way inside and broke across the plate, but it was just too low. Count even now, a ball and a strike to Mitchell. Long look at second. Here's the pitch by Deutsch. It's inside. There's a steal attempt, and he's in safe. That's Capers with a couple of RBIs and a stolen base.
Yeah, got a good jump on that pitch, and throws a little bit high. I think even if it was a good throw, he would have been safe.
Yeah, he was already in his slide before the ball arrived at third. The count, 2 balls and a strike now to Mitchell. Deutsch winds and delivers a swing and a miss by Mitchell. That one outside. Pretty good pitch there by Gage Deutsch. And the count even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes for Logan Mitchell. On deck for Leander is Hudson Schwab. Here's the 2-2. To right field, looks like it's going to tail foul, though. He could have straightened that up just a little bit. That would have certainly scored Montgomery from third. He's the courtesy runner, and would have probably been a double for Mitchell. Here's the 2-2 from Deutsch. Slap to deep left. A high fly ball. They're going to tag the runner up at third, and they're going to send him home. There's the relay. Throw is too high, and Mason Montgomery comes in for the 4th Leander Lion run of the evening.
Yeah, I think they would have had a shot at him at the plate. At least they would have been able to have a tag and a slide, but that throw was about 15 feet up off the ground, about 6 or 7 feet above the catcher. So.
It was a good throw from the left fielder, but the throw from the cutoff man at short to home was just too high for Schulke to handle and even attempt to make a tag. So Schwab at the plate now takes the ball on the first delivery from Gage Deutsch. 2 outs and nobody on. The Lions on top 4-0. That's your Leander Lions on top of the visiting Lockhart Lions 4-0. Here's a pitch from Deutsch. That's a base hit over the second baseman's head by Schwab, and the Lions keep it going. And that'll bring Miles Haydell to the plate. He had a walk in his last plate appearance and ended up scoring a run there in the second inning.
Haydell.
He has a chance to move the runners around, or the runner around. That's Hudson Schwab there at first. So Haydell in to face Deutsch for the second time this evening, and he'll step off the rubber for a moment. I always wonder why they do that. It's just random sometimes. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. Schulke up ready to throw in case Schwab decided to make a move to second. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here. Bottom of the third. Base hit to right field. Schwab was going on the pitch, so he'll easily make it to third.
Yeah, nice hit and run all the way around. Had a great jump and a hit to right field, so easily making it over to third base.
So that'll bring Matthew Heald to the plate for the Leander Lions.
Designated hitter number 13, Matthew Heald.
He had a sacrifice bunt for the first out in the second inning in his first plate appearance this evening. He's got an RBI opportunity here. I'm sure he's got the nod to swing away with 2 outs. Deutsch winds and delivers that pitch high to Heald. Heald back in the box. Deutsch glances at third, then back at first. Here's the 1-0. They're going to give him the outside corner there for the first strike in the at-bat, and Haydell will advance over to second easily. No throw attempt.
Yeah, he's going to let that go. He had a great jump. Don't ruin it by getting a ground out. Let him steal second base, and counts now 1-1.
The 1-1 delivery high. Count now 2 balls and a strike for Matthew Heald, one of the seniors here tonight. Here's the 2-1. It's high as well. It's a 3 ball and 1 strike count to Heald. Thayer on deck for Leander. They got a spot for him. Here's the 3-1. Heald not taking a chance swinging. It's going to be playable in foul territory by the third baseman, and he makes that out for out 3 in the Leander Lion half of the third inning. So we'll head to the top of the fourth inning. Coming to the plate for Lockhart will be Santiago Guerra to start the inning. He's been he has the distinction of being their only base runner here tonight, as he was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. Then he'll be followed by Ethan Mendez, the third baseman, who flew out to center. And following him will be Caden Mobes, who is the DH, and he struck out swinging in his first plate appearance against Hayden Capers. Capers with 4 strikeouts so far in 3 innings.
Yeah, he's done a great job tonight, just throwing strikes.
And
We talked about it earlier, just, hey, they're not hitting your fastball, and if you throw a little cutter or a slider or something like that to mix it up, to take it off the plate, great. But, yeah, they haven't shown the ability to just hit them hard right now, so just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, they've had a tough time even making contact. We've seen some foul balls, but ultimately not too many balls hit into play. And when they are, they haven't had the power off the bat to really be a concern for the Leander Lion defense. So coming to the plate now will be Santiago Guerra.
Leading out the top of the fourth for Lockhart. Number 2,
And I don't recall that pitch that hit him being a fastball, but I'm sure it left a mark. Capers, his off-speed pitches have good velocity. First pitch. Swing and a miss by Guerra.
Yeah, nice spin on that breaking pitch, dropping outside.
You know, he was expecting a fastball on that first pitch delivery, and he got fooled by Hayden Capers, who's just dealing tonight. The 0-1 pitch. Right down the pipe for strike number 2 in the at-bat. Guerra finds himself down 0-2. He'll step back into the plate. He's a little frustrated he hadn't swung. Here's the 0-2. He got a piece of that one, fouled it back. The count will remain no balls and 2 strikes. Guerra, the shortstop for Lockhart. Tough position defensively to play. In the 2 spot in their batting order. He'll slap it to third, handled by Arnold off a hop, and it was a bad
Nice
hop.
play.
The 5-3, the third one of the evening. Arnold and Thayer getting a little bit of catch in defensively for Leander, and that'll bring Ethan Mendez, the third baseman, to the plate. He flew out to center field in his first plate appearance for out number 2 in the first. Capers ready to deal. Here's his first pitch. Called strike right on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. Started way inside, broke across the plate. Mendez ready to swing away. Here it is, 0-1 delivery.
Oh, a good looking pitch.
I don't know how that's not a strike call. Was it high? I guess.
Yeah, who
it's a
knows?
1-1 count. Because it certainly was on the plate. It was more inside than the previous pitch that was called a strike. Here's the 1-1 from Capers. Over the second baseman Trimble's head, and that'll be the first base hit of the night for Lockhart. And that'll be credited to Ethan Mendez, and they'll have a runner on first with Caden Mobes coming to the plate. He struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. Is it Mabes or Mobes? Nobody's complaining. We'll go with Mabes. Usually, as a PA, if you mispronounce somebody's name, the mom is up here pretty quick to tell you about it. Capers, first pitch delivery to Mabes. A little bit high, maybe outside. It's a 1-0 count. Only the second time Capers has had to deal with a base runner tonight. He'll deliver home, and that one's a base hit. That happens sometimes. It goes between second and first when the first baseman's over on the bag. It opens up a gap on that right side of the infield, and Mabes was able to find that gap and put it into right field on the ground for the second consecutive hit for Lockhart. And with 1 out and 2 runners on, Gage Deutsch, the pitcher, will step to the plate. Batting in the 5 hole. You know he can hit the ball. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled back, and it hits Stout. He's able to shake it off. Got him in the bottom of his mask there. The count, no balls and 1 strike to Gage Deutsch. And the home plate umpire empathizes with Damian Stout as they've both been hit so far tonight. Here's the 0-1. He'll get the call on the outside corner with that pitch. And he's up no balls and 2 strikes to Gage Deutsch. Deutsch struck out looking in his first plate appearance in the second. Long glance at second by Capers. He'll wind to deliver the 0-2.
Good looking
Swing
pitch.
and a miss. And that'll be his 5th strikeout of the evening. And the second time Deutsch has struck out, this time he swung the bat. He was going to go down looking twice in a row. And so Noah Sanchez, the second baseman, will come to the plate. He grounded into a 1-3 for out 2 in the second in his first plate appearance. Capers winds, delivers. That ball fouled into the net by Sanchez. The count, no balls and a strike now. Even with 2 runners on, Capers working fairly quickly. With 2 outs, you just kind of want to focus on the hitter if you can. Here's the, he'll step off. Looked like he was going to potentially start his windup. That's borderline a balk. Here's the 0-1. It's a little low. Stout able to keep it in front of him to prevent the runners from advancing. The count will even now at a ball and a strike.
Yeah, Lions need to get out of this inning. They don't need to mess around here. Let Lockhart get a couple runs. See if
you don't
Capers
give him
can
any momentum.
get this himself.
Here's the 1-1. Right down the pipe for the second strike in the at-bat. The count now a ball and 2 strikes to Noah Sanchez. Sanchez in the box waiting. Glanced second by Capers. He'll deliver.
There it is.
Get him looking for his second strikeout in the inning. 5th overall or 6th overall on the night, and out number 3 in the Lockhart Lion 4th. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th inning, where coming to the plate to lead it off will be Harrison Thayer. He'll be followed by Charlie Arnold, and then we'll get back up to the top of the order for Damian Stout.
Yeah, looking at the district play, we talked about the 3 teams at the top, Liberty Hill, Rouse, and Cedar Park. So I looked at their schedules. Liberty Hill's playing Glen, so they should probably take both of those. The other matchup is between Cedar Park and Rouse. So that's going to be a heck of a series this week, Tuesday and Friday, and that may decide, obviously who's going to be second and third, because I would expect Liberty Hill to beat Rouse. You never know. I mean, not Rouse, Glen.
Yeah.
You never know, but Glen is also at 1-11 in district play. So you expect Liberty Hill to win both those and probably take the district unless Cedar Park or Rouse sweeps as well. And then
that's going to be a tough, tall order for either of those teams to sweep that other opponent. But what I would expect in that series is a split, which would likely, as long as they beat Glen twice, give Liberty Hill the district title. And they have a good program there at Liberty Hill. They were a small school for a long time, but that city has grown exponentially over the last decade. And, it won't be too long. They'll have a second high school built. They've already got it planned and in the process. It may even be opening this next year.
So Liberty Hill beat Rouse both games, and Liberty Hill split with Cedar Park. So if Rouse wins both games, then
Liberty Hill
will have the tiebreaker. And if Cedar Park wins both games, then I'm not sure what the next tiebreaker is after that. They'd be a head-to-head 1-1.
So Harrison Thayer comes to the plate to open the bottom half of the 4th for Leander. He'll face Gage Deutsch. Unless we got a reliever. Is that Deutsch still? Can't see his number on the front. I'm going to assume it is until I see otherwise. That is number 19. It is a replacement.
Number 17, Harrison Thayer.
Yeah, it looks like we have a new pitcher out there.
Number 19.
I may have his.
And we do have a replacement pitcher, the first delivery on the inside. We're trying to get a name for you now. He's wearing number 19. Oh, well, there you go. I already had it on the roster here. They moved Mobes, and that's a base hit by Thayer to right field on that pitch delivery, and the Lions will have a single to open the 4th. Their half of the 4th. Leander's half of the 4th.
Now batting number 6, Charlie.
So, Caden Mobes, who was DHing, is now on the mound in relief, and it's either Mabes or Mobes. We're going to go with Mabes because we got no complaints with the PA saying it that way. And Charlie Arnold now coming to the plate. He grounded into a 6-3 to retire the Lions in the 2nd. Now he's got a base runner here with nobody out. We'll see if he squares to bunt here. He does not. First pitch delivery low. Arnold back in, the 9-hitter in the batting order. Nobody out, runner at first. Caden Mabes turns and throws to first, not in time with the pickoff move. Mabes glancing back at second for some reason. I guess that's just his wind up. He'll paint the corner on the outside there to even the count at a ball and a strike to Charlie Arnold. Lions hoping to add more runs here in the fourth. Mabes delivers. Slapped foul on the third base side, and that'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes for Charlie Arnold. They're getting a little bit of a lead over there at first, but it's not overly significant. Mabes with only 1 pickoff move there. I'm sure Thayer's hoping for an errant throw to first so he can advance. Here's the 1-2. Thayer's going on the hit and run. He'll be in easily at second. The throw to first from the shortstop in time, though, to get Charlie Arnold. And that'll be the first out in the Lion half of the fourth. Nice play from Santiago Guerra and a very alert play by Thayer to be moving on contact. So Damian Stout with 1 out will come to the plate, a runner at second base.
So got a score update from my wife, Melissa. Cedar Park is up on Rouse, 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th.
I don't know who to root against in that one. I don't root for either of those teams. I don't know who to root against. I guess I'm going to root against Cedar Park. Here's the pitch, and a little bit of an ephus pitch as it gets up over Stout's head for the first ball in the at-bat. I'm not sure that was intentional by Caden Mabes.
No, that just slipped out of his hand. I think he was trying to throw a breaking ball and no spin on it, and release point was way up.
So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner at second. Mabes winds and delivers. It's inside. Stout was hoping to get beaned with that one. You can't lean into them, and they'll get you for that as well, but he did not move out. It's now a 2-0 count to the Leander Lions catcher. A turn to throw to second. Thayer in safely with no throw from Mabes. Thayer with a semi-big lead. It's not huge. Trying to mess with Mabes. Here's the 2-0. And the pitch stays up out of the strike zone. And that's one of those things that can affect you as a pitcher. You're looking at Thayer bounce back and forth towards third and second. And right before you release the pitch, you're worried about him. It's now a 3-0 count. Quick pitch by Mabes to Stout for the first strike in the at-bat as Stout looked like he was taken all the way. I'm not even sure he was ready for the pitch there. The count 3 balls and a strike now. Glance at second by Mabes. He delivers, and that's going to be grounded to second. Stout able to move the runner over, but he's out on the 4-3. That'll be the second out in the Leander Lion half the fourth. That'll bring Kobe Holmes to the plate for his chance to swing away. He's had a couple of sacrifice bunts, effective sacrifice bunts in his first 2 plate appearances tonight. So he's ready to swing that bat here with a runner at third and 2 outs. We'll see if he can get into play. Here's the first pitch. It's up above the strike zone for the first ball in the at-bat.
Yeah, Leander able to put 1 up in the first, 1 up in the second, 2 up in the third. See if they can keep it going here with 2 outs, runner on third base.
The 1-0 from Mabes. Going to get the call on the inside corner. I don't think Holmes thought that was a strike. He stayed off of it. A 1-1 count now with 2 outs. Holmes ready to swing away. The 1-1 from Mabes. It's going to bounce up over the catcher's head as it was a wild pitch by Mabes, and that will score Harrison Thayer from third. And the Lions will add another run here in the fourth. The count now 2 balls and a strike to Kobe Holmes. Nobody on with 2 out. And we'll take it every time. Wild pitch, pass ball, walk. Lions, Leander version of the Lions. Taking advantage of Lockhart's version of the Lions' mistakes. That pitch way inside. Now 3 balls and a strike to Kobe Holmes. With 2 outs, the Lions will get a 2-out rally going. If Holmes can make contact or take a ball here and get on the bag with a base on balls. Here's the pitch, and he will take his bag as that pitch low as it rolled across the plate.
Batting number 3, Hayden Capers.
That'll bring Hayden Capers to the plate for his third plate appearance. He has a single and a double. Going ahead and add a triple here, and you'll be on your way to a cycle for your senior night performance.
Would love to see that.
That would be something else. So Mabes will wind and deliver the first pitch, and it's going to be slapped to center, and the center fielder able to get underneath it for the third out in the Leander line half of the fourth inning. So we'll move to the top of the fifth inning where Lockhart will bring their catcher in the epic hairstyle, Xavier Schulke, to the plate to lead off their half of the fifth, and he'll be followed by the Phillips brothers, first Waylon and then Weston. So stay with us here on SHN Sports. We'll be right back.
So one more inning, we'll be switching back. I know this is on quick. Well, because the temperatures work quickly on the island. And all the time it doesn't work. Most of the seniors are in the Charlie Arnold got in this left field. They moved from third to left. Left fielder was strong. I know that Charlie Arnold. One. Third base. Really shouldn't be Islanders and Lester.
Yeah, I believe so.
Welcome back. A little bit of a lineup change as Charlie Allender is going to be out in left field for Hudson Schwab.
And it looks like, Arnold is at third. See if we can get some other players here, if we can see them.
So
Now for Lockhart number 6, Nick Veda.
They brought in a substitute for Schulke. It's number 6, Nick Vela. Maybe that was the problem with their card, Mark. That first delivery from Capers outside for a ball, and it gets by. Stout bounces off the backstop and into play. So the 1 ball, no strikes. He's able to lay off a pretty good pitch there from Capers, but Capers doesn't get the call. It's now a 2-0 count. Did you say it was Vela or Ojeda? Ojeda.
Ojeda or Ogata?
It's
hard to.
Ojeda. I mean, at least I've never seen a Ojeda.
What it looks like.
Yeah.
Looks like a G, but yeah, I can't tell.
So 2 balls and a strike to Ojeda. That pitch from Capers gets a call on the outside corner. It's now a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Ojeda. Capers looking for another strikeout here on the 2-2, and he'll get it.
Got it.
Got Ojeda swinging, and that should bring Waylon Phillips, the left fielder, to the plate. Let's see here and make sure, because it is Waylon Phillips, the left fielder. He struck out looking
Waylon Phillips.
in his first plate appearance in the top of the third. Capers working quickly and effectively on the mound for Leander tonight. Delivers a strike to Waylon Phillips on the first pitch of this at bat. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's up quickly 0-2 on Waylon Phillips. No runners on, 1 out here. The count 0-2. Here's the pitch. Outside. Try to get him to chase one. Stout set up outside. Phillips able to lay off. The count of ball and 2 strikes now. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to stay alive. Pretty good pitch there by Hayden Capers. Just got a piece of it, did Phillips. Turned into a beautiful evening. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and another strikeout for Hayden Capers.
Yeah, just high heat, unable to make any contact whatsoever. 2 outs.
That's his 8th strikeout on the evening, and that'll bring Weston Phillips of the Phillips brothers to the plate. He's playing on the first base bag tonight for Lockhart. He'll have nobody on and 2 outs to face Capers. First pitch outside for a ball. Weston Phillips grounded into a 5-3 in the third inning in his first plate appearance. Here's the second pitch of the at bat, and a swing and a miss on an outside delivery from Capers. And that can, indicate that he's kind of fooling the Lockhart hitters. Is that pitch well outside, but swinging anyway was Weston Phillips. That one maybe a little bit high, real close. Count now 2 balls and a strike as Phillips was able to lay off that one. Capers gets the pitch he wants from Stout. The 2-1 delivery. A swing and a miss by Weston Phillips, and the count will even up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Top half of the 5th inning. Lions on Leander on top 5-0. That ball hit, fly ball. Thayer waves everyone off and makes the out for the 3rd out in the Lockhart half of the 5th. And so we'll move to the bottom half of this inning, where the Lions will have at the plate Logan Mitchell, Charlie Allender, and Miles Haydell. Stay with us here on SHN Sports, your home for Lion baseball, bringing you senior night, Mark.
Yep.
And, we talked about it a little bit pregame, but, you're hanging up the headset, maybe not permanently, but at least for the time being. I'm going to try to call you back every once in a while when I need some help and you don't got anything going on. I'm going to be like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? But we're trying to build a crew for the fall. I know, I've had moments where I'm like, man, it's almost time for me to hang it up too. But then, I feel like I've gotten a second wind here in the second half of baseball season, and realizing that it's the end of the season is closing in, is kind of sad for me. And all these seniors, a lot of them are going to be going on to play baseball in college, or the ones that aren't, going to be playing baseball will be pursuing other avenues of education at different colleges. So, really proud of these guys. This is a scrappy group here, and the program has been pretty solid over the years for us.
Yeah, they got 6 seniors. Read them off real quick. They got Allender, Capers, Arnold, Stout, Heald, and Thayer. And they've all had their opportunities tonight. I'm sure they'll get the same on Friday, which will be their final district game against Lockhart. Of course, that's going to be down there. So if you're heading down there, join the team.
Yeah, go early and get you some barbecue. So Logan Mitchell coming to the plate. He's had 2 flyouts here in his 2 plate appearances, one to right and one to left. So he's looking for his first base hit of the night, and he might as well get it going here for the Lions in the 5th. Lions have 5 runs on 6 hits. The Lockhart Lions, no runs on 2 hits.
Ooh.
And Mitchell will take a bag on the first pitch as he's hit right in the left bicep by Caden Mabes. And that'll bring the second batter in the inning up to the plate. And it looks like it's going to be a substitute. I thought it would be Allender, but it's going to be Brady Wofford. Or Brody Wofford. Is it Brady or Brody? Brody. It's hard to see in the dark here.
Yeah, I think they're going to have an opportunity to get a lot of players in, up 5-0, and Lions are just cruising along right now.
Long look at first by Mabes. Delivers the first pitch to Walford low for a ball. Walford looking down to third to Coach Grissom, getting the instruction on what he should expect and what he should do here with a 1-0 count and a runner on first and nobody out. We'll see if he squares the bunt. Here's the 1-0. He does not. He's swinging away, but foul on the third base side to even the count. Another look down at third by Walford to get his instruction from Coach Grissom. Mabes winds, pauses, delivers the 1-1, and it's low. And Walford is up in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Not a huge lead over at first by Mitchell. He's got decent speed, though. Mabes looks that way. Here's the 2-1, and Mitchell going on the hit and run. It's a base hit over the third baseline. Left fielder able to field it, and they keep Mitchell at third. And so with a long single, Brody Wolford moves Logan Mitchell over to third base.
Yeah, nice job. That was just right down the line inside the bag. So runners now at first and third.
Good job by Waylon Phillips of Lockhart to back up the third baseman and get onto that baseball and get it back into the infield to keep Mitchell from rounding third and heading home. So we have another. This is Charlie Allender now coming to the plate for his first plate appearance of the evening. Glance over at first by Mabes. Here's the pitch to Allender, high and inside. That's not even chin music. That's temple music. Yep. Allender able to get out of the way of that pitch. A 1-0 count now. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Nice break on that pitch to get the first strike in the at-bat by Mabes. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mabes taking his time with the windup. Delivers. Just going to get through on the first base side into right field, and that will score Mitchell. And the Lions have scored a run in every inning so far tonight as Haydell adds the second consecutive single and the third base runner in a row with nobody out. Matthew Heald will come to the plate. He's got runners at first and second base to try to plate here. Heald had a sacrifice bunt in his first plate appearance, and he flew out to third in his second plate appearance. So he's due for a base hit here. He's got a runner 180 feet away. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Heald.
Took a big cut on that one. He wanted to drive that one in the gap.
Yeah, it looked like Mabes took some off of that one as Heald way out in front of it. Here's the 0-1 from Mabes. That one missing outside. That'll even the count to Heald. Heald, the Lions DH this evening. He's got a nice pink and blue baseball bat. Here's the 1-1 for Mabes, and that one's going to fly playable in shallow left, and it's going to fall fair as the third baseman stayed at third base in case there was a throw, and a run will come in. That'll be Wolford who scores. And so the Lions will have runners at first and second with a 7-0 lead, and coming to the plate will be Harrison Thayer. He had a sacrifice bunt and a single and has scored a run.
Yeah, coach is going to go out there, and we may get a new pitcher here, but that fell in just the right spot.
Yeah, that was a little bit of miscommunication. So Santiago Guerra thought that his third baseman, Ethan Mendez, would play that foul ball, and when he did not come off the third base bag, Guerra got on his horse quickly, and the left fielder was hustling in as well, but it just dropped.
So it looks like number 20 is on the mound. See if I can pull that up here real quick. Austin Rodriguez.
Austin Rodriguez, the relief pitcher, coming in for Lockhart. And a little bit of a jam here. 2 runners on and nobody out. The Leander Lions have already scored 2 runs here in the bottom half of the 5th. And looking to add more with Harrison Thayer at the plate. He's looking for his first RBI of the night. He's 1 of 2 with a run scored at the plate. Rodriguez. It'll be the first time we've seen Rodriguez this season. It looks like he's having a little bit of control issue there here early as he's warming up. That one just a bit outside.
Yeah, a little bit outside of the batter's box. That one's a little bit over.
Yeah, I think that was just a release issue. It was kind of like the Ephus pitch we saw from Mades earlier. It was more of a release point issue than anything else. He's getting them over the plate now, and it looks like we're getting ready to get back underway with Thayer coming to the plate. On deck should be Charlie Arnold, and it is. Then we'll be back to the top of the order with Damian Stout, unless we see a substitution.
Yeah, so Lions clearly have this one when in hand. They need to keep pressing forward. I think they will. It'll come down to that Friday game, but lots of eyes are going to be on that big matchup tonight with Hayes and Lehman.
I guess we haven't had an update that we could find on that game, huh?
Not yet.
Not that it matters, because you've got to do what's necessary
Yep.
as a team here in Leander, and then just how the chips fall, they fall. But you're hoping that there is a split in that series, or that it's won by Lehman First delivery from Rodriguez to Thayer is a called strike. The 0-1 from Rodriguez. In the dirt, it's going to get by, and the runners will advance as they were leaning to run anyway. And so the Lions have runners at second and third. The count will be a ball and a strike to Thayer. And he's got a big-time RBI opportunity here and see if he can add to his total here on senior night. You like nothing more than to see the seniors really produce on senior night. And we're getting a lot of that action here tonight.
Yeah, he's going to take a cut here. I mean, you're up 7-0. Runners on second and third. There it is.
It's fair. It's fair. That'll drive in 2 runs as it'll get to the fence, and he'll have a triple. That's a Thayer with a 3-bagger, and the Lions now on top. Bigly.
Yeah, that was a nice job of hitting. That was right on the line. Line drive into right field, rolled all the way into the corner. 2 runs come in. So Lions are now up 9-0. Nobody out. Runner on third.
So that'll bring Charlie Arnold to the plate with a runner just 90 feet away. Lions with 10 hits so far tonight. Rodriguez delivers the first pitch. It's a called strike to Arnold. Thayer he's 2 of 3 with a run scored and 2 RBI. Looking to add an additional run scored if he can get it here with Arnold, but he's down 0-2. Lions have yet to have an out here in the bottom half of the 5th. The 0-2 pitch. Reaches out and pokes it foul. Arnold with 2 strikes just didn't want to take a chance. That pitch looked like it was high and a little outside, but he's not going to leave it up to the home plate umpire. He's going to get a bat on the ball, and he does. And fouls it back. Austin Rodriguez in relief with the 0-2 to Arnold. That's outside. Good eye by Charlie Arnold. The count now, ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, see if Arnold can put one here in the gap.
The pitch from Rodriguez. A swing and a miss, and the first out in the Leander half of the 5th will belong to Charlie Arnold as a strikeout. That'll bring Damian Stout to the plate with 2 runners on.
Yeah, it was a pretty good
1
pitch.
runner on, I mean.
Yeah, pretty good pitch that just kind of tailed away and outside right at the last minute. So see if Stout can add to the runs here for Leander. See if we can put a 10 up on the board.
That would be nice. Here's the first pitch to Stout. He lays off the pitch a little bit high. He almost looked regretful for not swinging at that, but he's up 1-0 in the count. Rodriguez winds, delivers that 1-0. It's outside, and Stout now up 2-0. He'll adjust his gloves and step back in the box. Wind still blowing in, not significant gusts. The 2-0 pitch, and that's fouled into the net on the first base side by Damian Stout. The count now 2 balls and a strike.
It looks like a light went out.
Yep. We lost a little bit of lighting on the field, but you can still see the action. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that's straight to the shortstop. That will plate Thayer. And the 6-3 will be the second out in the Leander half of the 5th. But the Lions with a 10 spot through 5 and a chance to get even more.
Oh, and that's going to be
that's the
10-run rule. So, all right. Well, I want to say a little something here. Being my last broadcast.
Thank you to everyone for coming out tonight. And once
See if I can
see
anything here. It's a little bit dark. But I think you called me back in 2016. I had to look all the way back, and I remember doing a basketball game with you there over in the stands. I think it was at Rouse, and then started football in 2017 and worked with Rich Hensley and Alex Hensley Mickey Holden, her son Jared Schmeiser, Gary Gutierrez, Martin Cano, John Salazar called a couple games. Karina Salazar, kept helped me with some bags one game down at Hayes. Jeremy Trimble, I know Michael helped us out a couple games and brought some his hot spot a couple times. Mason helped out a couple times on camera. Melissa helped out on camera. And
Michael even helped.
Yep.
He was on one of the broadcasts. Like he actually had a headset talk.
Yep.
So.
And Melissa kept us in check half the time with sending us texts if things weren't working.
So many broadcasts, it's not even funny. Y'all better continue to tune in, Melissa.
Yep. So, and then I want to thank Rob Hipp and Carl Schoening. But Chuck, I want to shake your hand. Thanks for that phone call.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mark, you and I go a little bit further back than broadcasting, as we did a little bit of youth coaching together as well. But, one of the things that I remember the most is the first game that you did with us. I got a text during the game from Rob Hibb, and Rob was like, "Who do you have doing color commentary?" And I was like, "It's my friend, Mark Sickles," and he was like, "He's not expecting to get paid, is he? He's like a professional." And I'm like, "Yeah, he does have a lot of knowledge, and your voice is fantastic. That's also one of those things that you can't teach, right? You're just blessed with a good voice, good deep tenor and tone, but you will be missed. And like I said, this may be your last official broadcast for some time, but I'm will be keeping your phone in my contact in my phone, so that if I'm in a pinch and you're available, I'm gonna lean on you if you don't mind.
We've had a hell of a ride and lots of fun doing the basketball games and watching my sons out there, watching my daughter cheer for football and baseball, and watching all the kids that I helped coach and been around and watching them play. But time to hang it up. So just want to give a shout out to everyone out there. Keep watching Leander Lions, and that's the ball game. Yep. And good night.
And one win away from potential playoffs. We'll try to figure out. I mean, you're not going to hear it on this broadcast because we're about to stop the stream, but we're going to figure out if Friday's game really means something. And you'll know probably before we communicate it to you on Friday. Of course, Mark won't be there; he'll be out of town. Safe travels for you this weekend, Mark, and you'll be missed. Like I said, we're going to still lean on you. And if you don't mind, tune in every once in a while so you can critique me and say, hey,
definitely.
The audio's terrible or whatever. So good night for Mark Sickles. I'm Chuck Cracy for SHN Sports. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on Friday. Good night.